Hey y'all, it's me, Nixie Lynn. This is the 15th of November. This will be another fast video. I'm sorry, I just seem to have something going all the time lately. But good morning, Jonathan. I have Fun Friday today, so because with the Thanksgiving holiday, it's usually toward the end of the month, but it got bumped up. So I have to get to Fun Friday. Then I have a haircut appointment, and then I have a date. We're gonna go see Red One. So I have on my red shirt and my new flare pants and my red boots. I don't know if y'all can see. There you go. And everything. So, and I have a little sweater that I'll wear. So, but I'm so excited about Red One. And I have some haul. I got to go to Tinsmith's Wife. If you saw the pictures on Facebook or Instagram, we were down in South Texas and we came back up through Comfort and got to stop at the Tinsmith's Wife, and they are just fabulous. It's a beautiful shop. So we'll look at that. The first thing we're gonna look at though is, this is my Harvest Angel. And y'all, I will get back to doing some shares. I just have not, since I'm barely getting to filming done, I have not been doing shares because I figure I can't get to the post office either. This is she's the Fall Angel. She is my stitch for Daylene. I finished all my stitching, and I told her we would talk about the difference that a little bit of back stitch can make. So you can see there's a lot of difference in the way the wing looks and all these vines and the pumpkin. Now I did go ahead and do the fruit. The fruit in the basket is done, but everything else from the half point down is not. So to me, it makes a lot of difference in how things stand out. So I will finish up the back stitch on her this week, but I made myself stop so we could talk about, and it's fast. I know people say they don't like it. It doesn't bother me, I guess because I started stitching in the 80s when everything was back stitched. I finished stitching on her. I think I finished her while we were traveling maybe. And I love her, but it just to me makes such a big difference, the back stitch does. So in some things, because people say, well, just don't do the back stitch. Well, you could not do the back stitch and she would still, be fine. But she just has a little bit more pop and presence to me with that back stitch done. So to me, it's worth it on pieces like this. Now on primitive pieces and stuff, yeah, I don't, unless I just need to differentiate. If I need to differentiate between two colors that I've chosen that are pretty close together or something, then I will backstitch just a little line. But beyond that, no. But I just adore her. And I think she is so sweet. And I love thinking about her and about Daylene's beautiful garden. She always had such a beautiful harvest of things and her flowers and everything. And she'd always bake something good before she visited with everybody. So it just, she's the perfect for a cornucopia. A horn of plenty is absolutely perfect for her. I also did get some birthday boxes done and dropped those off in memory of Daylene at the food pantry here in town on our way out of town. So I got that done on our way out of town too. It was a beautiful trip. I got to see my friend Mel. We visited for, 4 or 5 hours. So that was super nice. I also hit the Kerrville resale store while I was there because I needed a brown shirt for Brown Day, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't have brown clothes. Brown is not, it just is not my jam. So I ran in there hoping to find a brown t-shirt, and I did. It said, love is all you need or something. So it was perfect. But I found this little gem. So it will be perfect with a little piece here, or you can also, you know, you could put it on the end. You could put a piece here and then have, you know, an arrangement coming up out of here, or a plant or something. So don't forget on your toolboxes, if you need to turn them the other way, if you have a piece that's bigger here, you can also, you know, you can use this piece. If you don't want to put magnets on it, you can just, you could tie a ribbon around here and hang your piece down right here if you didn't want to put magnets on here. Same thing on here. Do it like I do this one, and it is in here. Come on, bud. I have done all 3 of these that fit on there, and they have little hairpins on them and string, and then I just poke it down in the foam that I have down in the basket. So if you don't want to put magnets on there in case you want to use it different at some point or at different times of the year, you use it different, that's fine. Just do strings and then little anchors. You could do bobby pins, you could do hairpins, you could do floral picks. You could use a piece of a chopstick to tie it onto anything that you can push down in some foam and anchor. That works. But it was a whopping $3.99, and I thought it was worth it. I also grabbed some Esperanza pods to plant. So she got stitched on the way there and is nearly done. So I am super, super pleased with her. Now, and y'all can see on here, this is a reason I prefer linen over Laguna or even weave. Even weave is stretchy, especially Laguna. I think it's the stretchiest if I'm remembering right. But I can pull this, you know, I'll be able to pull it out, but it does show in my linen, it doesn't do this. So, it just is much more visible on the Lugana, but when I press it and block it out like that, it'll be fine. But that is why I prefer not to stitch on it. That's just me. But that is a Harvest Angel, and it is by Badar Designs. It's really, really old. You'll have to find it on the secondary market. It's ancient. So, but she made it lovely. She came, you know, the threads were in there, so there she is. But I will finish up her back stitch this week, so she will be a finish next week. I did not FFO my Howling Halloween. I didn't, we weren't home, so I didn't mess with anything like that. Okay, hold up, you go in here. I'm trying to keep everything straight and keep my eye on the time. I don't want to be tardy. I hate to be tardy. I hate to be tardy. All right, I stitched a little bit on my Santa's Night tree. I want to have it finished by Jingle Ball. So it gives me about 2 weeks to kick it in gear. Maybe 3, 2.5, 3. So I have, it's by Hello from Liz Matthews. She has released it in a, I think it's just called Santa's Night something, but she has released it in a rectangle. If you don't want to do the tree finish, and it is, I mean, you're like me and you love the design. It is so stinking cute. You can get it now without having to do the tree finish. Now I know my LNS is offering a tree finish class. In the next couple of weeks. So I guess a lot of people have this ready to go and have asked for a finishing class up there. I think it's on the weekend that we're gonna be gone. So I didn't pursue it any further. But we saw the trees that started to change. I didn't go very far down the trailheads. I just went down one a little ways. Perhaps still got his monster foot. So I felt bad leaving him in the car for very long. He said he was fine, and he would have been. But there was no internet or nothing. I mean, you just had to sit there. Well, hello, Patty Cat. So I got some more work done on this house here. And I've just started, you can see just the little pattern. I did all my windows and door, though my windows and door are ready to go. So then I'll just have to fill in with the pattern this week and get my snow going under there. And then I have one more house and Santa Claus. And then just a little strip of plaid there. So if you look, Patty Pen 4, Pattypenn 4, hers, she posted a picture the other day. She has made good progress. And so she's much closer than I am. She's out here now and all this. So she's like knocking on a finish. She's going to be ahead of me. But I love this. This is Fabric Flare Fairy Dust. And it's a linen. 32 maybe. I think that's it's whatever called for. I think it was 32 count linen. Oh my gosh, I gotta hurry. Oh. But I can't stand it. I have to tell y'all. Oh, it is 36 count. It's 36 count. I'm a liar. 36 count. So it is beautiful. I love it. It's easier for me to see. It is on a darker, and I had chose the darker initially. I could not see it. I just, with my light box, if I left my light box in my lap, but it really is not comfortable because I don't stitch on a table. I stitch in hand, and I just have my stuff out on the table, like in front of me. So the light box had to sit in my lap, and then it was just very awkward. So I was kind of, built into where I was sitting. So I love this. I would recommend this to anybody. I was lucky. Karen took my my one that I had started, and she's gonna finish it. So that makes me so happy because she got it at the Jingle Ball and had started it, and we're sitting there talking about it, and she said she would take it and finish it. So that made me so happy that it's gonna get a good finish and get some love and not be just cast out. Because I told y'all I was gonna find somebody to give it to because it's such a beautiful piece of fabric. And so she said, oh yeah, I will. So that made me so happy. I'm telling you, you meet the best people at StitchCon. I can't wait for spring. That's the word I'm looking for. Those big words. Obviously, I've only had like 4 sips of coffee, y'all, and it's showing. I got nearly two more letters done on my Lucy V. Moore. She is my big girl that I'm doing for my parents and my sister and myself. Oh, and I forgot the other thing I was going to show y'all. We'll just talk about it. It's gorgeous, but now I'm just finishing the H right here, and I've done some of this here. I'm over to the F on this and the H on this. So, I mean, I'm not doing too bad. I mean, I'm making progress. So, she's just big. But once I get through all the alphabet, this the big Smyrna alphabet and start, you know, the other stitches, it will go faster for me. The Smyrna alphabet, because I have to make sure I'm getting I'm counting right, or your Smyrna crosses are gonna be, I am using those instead of the eyelets. The eyelets were just making me nuts, which is crazy because I usually love eyelets, but I don't know. It was running me nuts. Let's see. I am loving this. It is going to be so pretty. And so I can just pick up at any point. You know, you do my border. I will probably do some more border when I'm TV watching this weekend, because you can just, you know, carry that pattern on for a long ways. So that's a good thing to do when you're watching TV and you don't want to, you're afraid that you'll lose focus. I'm going to use these 4 lines to put my mama, my daddy, me, and my sister will be here. So those what those 4 lines will be. She has her parents and then the school and her teacher. I'm going to use those 4 lines to put our full names and dates of birth on here. So, and you can see there's the antique version at the bottom. It is beautiful. And it's by Needlework Press and RSG Antiques. I've seen it nearly at every needlework shop I've been in. I know it's on 123 Stitch. I'm not sure about Fat Quarter Shop, but I know 123 Stitch has it, and nearly every LNS I've been in has had it. And just like I encouraged y'all during the pandemic, if you don't have an LNS, just find one. Just call somebody, pick one. There are so many of them. Just Stitch and Ink in Strongville, Ohio. She has a Flosstube that is fabulous, and you see her shop models, and she shows you what comes out new. So if you're not watching Shelly, and she is fabulous service. She is such good service. So, you know, if you don't, Keepsakes is there in Ohio. They're fabulous. The Stitch Niche in Arlington, Texas is lovely. The Tinsmith's Wife down in Comfort, Texas, so nice. Any of these places will help you out. So if you, I know it's easy to go and click on 123 Stitch or whatever. Dreama up in Maryland, a Needlecraft Corner. They are just a doll. All the people in the shop. So just, it is easy to click. But then you have to remember, if we lose all these LNSs, you know, it's nice to be able to call and ask somebody, because all the people in the stores are stitchers. So if you have a question or you want to swap out a color for this or that, they are very helpful and knowledgeable. So I hate the thought of us losing all that bank of knowledge, because it's just easier to click and purchase, and it is. And I'm not saying I don't purchase from 123 Stitch. I do sometimes. In the middle of the night, I realize I need something when I can't sleep, and I'm because it's easy. It's easy. So just remember, try to spread the love to an LNS somewhere. But that is Lucy V. Moore, and I am making a little bit of progress on her at a time. She's huge. Patty Penn finished hers, of course. Patty Penn, and yes, Carol, Patty Penn is a person of infinite patience and goodness. Of course, there's the argument that anybody who is my friend is a person of infinite patience and goodness, because I am a spaz. This is what it is. So yes, she always takes good care of me. And and Memphis Sarah, that plaid mountain on the Santa's Night tree, yes, that is it's a lot. Oh my gosh. Pamela, did you get to mail it back home? That's my question I have on here. Oh my gosh. And Bonnie, I did not know that post-radiation, you could set off if you're having a radiation treatment, you can set off the thing in the airport. I did not know that. She said they told her that in the airport after she set it off. She was like, well, my doctor, it'd been nice of you to mention that. It sure would have. It sure would have. And Debbie, there are always oddities and things that get missed at the airport. I always think it's hilarious because, you know, I can't get on with scissors, you know, any bigger than this because I might kill you. But, you know, I'm gonna kill you with a pen, okay? Like a writing pen. But I get on with my thermos. I carry my thermos with just ice in it, which you can do. And then I get water in the airport because I'm always afraid I'm gonna start coughing and choke and die. And so while I'm in the, you know, I'm just paranoid about it the whole time. So I have this thermos, a metal thermos, like a Yeti thermos with ice in it. Well, then I filled it up with water in the airport. I could literally bash your brains in with, but I can't carry some dull scissors this long. I don't know. It just kills me. And then when we were coming back from StitchCon, I think I told y'all, there was a person trying to get their stuff in the overhead. And it was an older lady and she was shorter. And so I said, it kept hitting on something. And I said, well, let me see. So I stood up in the seat and there is, y'all, I'm not joking. It is this long and it is solid brass and it's an eagle. And I remember them from the like 70s during the bicentennial. They were big decor items and people had them everywhere. And evidently someone had picked it up at an antique store and had it as their carry-on item. Now listen here. I can't carry these scissors on the plane. But no joke, 24 inches of solid brass that is this wide and this long is acceptable? I don't know. I do not know. Because let me tell you, you could have killed everybody on that plane with that thing and done it pretty quick. Because of course the wings had points on either end and a point down here like, and it was like, the feet, this whole thing was just danger. It screamed danger to me, but I thought it was hilarious. I was like, so yes, there are oddities and strange things in the airport at all times. And I know they just have to set parameters and work within the parameters, and I am thankful for them. But that's what we're talking about, the funny oddities that get through when, I mean, I know two little old ladies that went to the, is it Heinz and Hunt's Pickle Factory? And they got these little pickle forks, you know, because old ladies still be having their little, you know, by their crudités, they have the little relish tray. And so they thought these little pickle forks were adorable. And they were about this long, but they had a little pickle on the end. And then they had two little tines. And y'all, the tines, they weren't any longer than that. And they made them throw them in the trash. Nancy was so sad. They made her and Marilee both throw their pickle forks in the garbage because that was dangerous. Listen, them two old ladies probably can, because Nancy and Marilee are about as mild as two people could get, okay? They probably wouldn't kill you with an Uzi if they had it and you had a knife to their throat, because they're just that nice and mild-mannered and calm and peaceful. But you ain't gonna let them, you make them throw their pickle forks away. Shame on you. Shame on you. I was like, it's a pickle. When she came back, she was so upset. So upset. So this is my We the People. And it is by Salty Stitcher. Christy, who is recovering. I hope you're feeling fabulous and doing great. And I got just a little bit more done on my red. But I'm hoping, like I said, we're going to try to, I want to have most of it finished by Inauguration Day. I don't know if I'll make it, but I think we're all going to wait and put the last few stitches in at StitchCon. And I think I have like an ugly place on my thread right there. It's killing me. So I got just a little bit, I did another box here. And so I'm nearly to the end of this red stripe. And then I have one more half stripe. And then the rest will be down here. But it is, oh, and the cats are fighting. Adorable. I love it. I've loved stitching on it. Now I'm gonna hurry real quick so that I can show y'all my haul from the Tinsmith's Wife, because I got stuff to go with to get ready for Jingle Ball. Some of it's to get ready for Jingle Ball. So try to pick. Oh, and I started my little owl. Hang on. Oh Lordy, I'm doing somewhat okay. I'll just have to snatch up my stuff and run out the door. This is one of the things that I got, you know, from Stitch West. I won one of the drawings and it had 3 of these little owls in it. And I'm gonna stitch them for Mama's room. So this is, I stitched it in the car part of the time. I thought I'd get it all done, but I was busy looking out the windows. But it is gonna be so cute. And it's on Ada, so it's super easy stitch, but that's the name of it. So I'm sure if you call Snug Harbor, they can let you know. If you don't, or Google it. I mean, I'm sure you can get it. It's a Russian outfit. So, or I don't know, some kind of person that writes in what looks to be Cyrillic to me. I don't know, but it ain't English. All right, and it ain't Spanish. I can tell you those 2 things right off the bat. Now, as I was leaving, I was laughing because, like I said, they are so helpful and adorable, and they, I'm trying to get things together for my Jingle Ball, and let me see if it gives their intel on here anywhere. Yes, it does. It does. So I'm gonna put this up here, and I think it will focus enough for y'all to see. There is their address and phone number and their email. And it is just the cutest shawl. And like I said, I went over on the yarn side even. They have yarn side too. And Patty, why are you crying? Or is that queso? I was like sneaking, I felt like I was sneaking into a mosque or something. Some, you know, religion that you really ain't part of, so you don't know what you're supposed to do, if you're supposed to be in there, but it's beautiful, so you want to look anyway. That was me in the yarn section, because it's like a separate room, and so I was in there, and I was like, but I was like, I don't know what to do with none of this, so I'm just gonna sit here and ooh and ah, and I hope I'm not doing nothing wrong. But one of the things I'm doing is the counted canvas class, and it calls for mono canvas, which I did not know what that was. And she said, oh no, it's just, that's what needlepoint canvas is really called. So she has this, and I got my 3 pieces for that, for the counted canvas class, because I'm doing that one. And then, I grabbed Buzz. It's one of the little bag ones. It has buttons. And then the little bag. She has all the little bags and everything in there. I'm gonna try to put this back up as I go so I won't have a big old fat mess. I grabbed Be Happy, Shepherd's Bush. And like I said, she has everything like this. It's a very organized, and the little buttons are all together. You can take them out or leave them in there. But it's, she tries to make it as easy on your brain as she can. And now, hello from Liz Matthews. I posted these on the Facebook group last week. And I love this. And I cannot wait to get this stitched. Humbug. I am not a humbug person, but I am, y'all know, I am a Christmas Carol lover. Every year I read it, every year at Christmas, just like I read The Legend of Sleepy Hollow every year at Halloween. And so I had to get the Humbug. It is beautiful. Those leaves, and so I'm just like in love with this piece. She was out of the, I needed cucumber chenille for something, and for one of the other kits, and then rainy chenille. I guess the cats are making lots of racket. And then I grabbed one of the pieces calls for Roxy Floss. I started to say Floxy Ross. And the Cottage Garden threads. These things are gorgeous. She didn't have Roxy Floss, which I think you have to get straight from Evertotes. But there we go. Look at those. They are gorgeous. So this will be my first time using the Cottage Garden threads. These are the threads for the other two things. Just gorgeous. And I know I'm rushing y'all, but. And then I grabbed this. One of them called for something, but I chose vellum instead. This is a 32 count vellum, which right there you go. It is beautiful. And then one of the pieces calls for a opal, like the sparkly, let me see. Oh, there it goes. It'll pick up sparkles like that. There we go. So that is adorable. What else? Oh, and this little jobber. I love this. I thought this was so cute. It's by Primitive Hair, and it is adorable. I've seen other people have these in their like pictures of their stitchy rooms and stuff, and I thought I just love a fun thread keep. And this one was so cute with a little, but I love this because then if I have little extra threads, I can tie them on up here and not have to try to tie them back up on here. So I love that. So that was my haul. I'm gonna jump off of here real quick and run to school. I should make it just on time. I'll upload this while I'm there. Y'all have a great weekend, a happy Friday, and enjoy your stitches. Bye.